Recording.
All right. They can share recordings with other apps. I guess it's fine. Hi. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in. This is my very first episode, Starletta's podcast. It's called People Who Do Good. Now, I am very pleased to have my first guest of the season, Ascend with Matt, whom I found on the yellow pages in the local newspaper. I've heard great things, Matt. I see you have ignored our prior conversation about business attire, but it's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
I mean, I was told black shirt would work. So, I mean, this is business attire, isn't it? Like, I'm doing business. I do business online. So, a business attire for me is actually getting dressed. I'm sorry.
I like that mentality. It's totally 2021. It makes sense. I mean, I get you. And God loves you no matter what you wear. So,
well, I would hope so. So.
Well, Matt, I'm pleased to meet you. Will you tell all the viewers of the podcast a little more about yourself? Tell us about what you do.
Well, what I do, I am a magical human being. I read tarot. I do intuitive readings. I make candles. I sell crystals. I bring people through different states of their own consciousness. I do mediumship work. It's pretty much like a long list. For the most part, I can tell you what I actually don't do faster than what I can tell you what I do. But yeah, mostly I am a divine, I call myself every once in a while a divine life coach. I take what people are already thinking and manifest it into reality for them. Pretty much it's just taking people's ideas and telling them that they should be able to do it via either readings, energy, or their own personal experiences.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out after I heard the word crystal. I just have to say we do not support crystal meth in this town.
I'm not talking about crystal meth. I mean, I understand probably in your town there's a lot of crystal meth use. I mean, you kind of look like maybe you did it before, and I can help you with that. That's not a problem. But I'm talking more about like crystals, not crystal meth, not the blue crystal meth.
Oh man!
I know your heart started beating like a mile a minute because, like, probably from past life experience from crystal meth. But no, we're talking about regular crystals.
Oh wow! You really had me for a scare there. I was like, who did I invite on my podcast? And one more thing I do have to say, Matt. I heard you also say tarot.
Yes.
Oh boy. You do know I am a Christian woman. I have a strong faith, and I guess I mean my pastor always says to be open-minded, but
well, let me ask you an honest question. You are a Christian woman. Do you pray?
Of course I do.
Do you light candles?
Yes, I do.
Do you chant or sing?
I sing.
Okay, then you're a pagan.
A pig? A what?
You're a pagan. You're a pagan.
So
Christianity is just an offshoot of every pagan religion or every pagan ideal that there is. So whether as much as Christianity is telling you that sometimes it's telling you that other things are bad, it's an offshoot of the pagan religion. So everything from, even singing happy birthday has pagan roots. So you can light a candle, you can pray, you can chant. All that is paganism.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man. They did not tell us that in church. I mean, maybe they did. That might have been on a day that I missed it or something.
Well, of course, they're not going to tell you that in church. They're not going to tell you that they took a religion that was thousands of years before Christianity and just modified it for their own well-being. Nobody will ever tell you that.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm not sure how that's going to sit with some viewers, but okay. You know what? That's what the show is about. It's about keeping an open mind. So let's just roll with it. Everything's fine. Just roll with it. So will you tell me more? I saw you held up something. Can you tell me more about that?
So I have tarot cards. You were asking about tarot cards a little bit ago, right? What's your question about tarot cards? Like, what do you want to know?
What do they do? I mean, I've heard that people use them to bring out the devil and to do some worshiping, can tell the future and things like that. Is this true?
All right. So tarot cards will never bring out the devil, but I love the way you say devil. It's so Southern. It's so amazing. Tarot cards are not going to ever tell you what your immediate future is. They will never bring out the devil. They are not used for Satan worshiping or anything else. Tarot cards date back to medieval times, where they were literally just painted cards. And I have a bunch of different styles of them, but literally they are just cards with images on them with different suits that tell you, based on what energy you're giving either me or the cards, it's going to tell you, maybe not specifically, maybe specifically where you currently are, and based on where you currently are in your life, where things might go. However, nothing is ever set in stone. So if I tell you based on the energy of today that you're probably going something might happen, or something bad might happen, or something you're stopping yourself from moving forward. That's just the energy of the moment. It doesn't mean it's going to move forward into tomorrow or the next day. If you do nothing more than just walk out the door after a tarot reading and don't make any other decisions in your life, then whatever the tarot reader tells you, or psychic or whatever tells you, is going to stick. However, you forget that we have this whole idea of free will in our lives. So if you don't like something that somebody is telling you, do something that is the opposite. So if I tell you in a reading that you have a tower card and big changes are coming, that may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, you're going to live your life as if it doesn't resonate, and no changes will come. However, if you focus on, I want changes, I want some sort of change, you're going to look for change at every single moment of the day. So it's going to manifest itself in different ways.
Wow, that sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
No one ever explained it to me before like that, Matt. Wow. So, okay. So what you're saying is that it doesn't tell you exactly the future. See, I was always told that I just had one destiny and that God was in control of that destiny. So that's why I am confused about this whole tarot thing and this manifestation thing.
Your destiny will change at a moment's notice.
Just for the viewers. The viewers were asking some questions.
Right. For the viewers, right?
For the viewers, yes.
For a friend, just asking for a friend. Your destiny is kind of, in a way, it's preordained. Like you have point A to point B. Here's where you're born. Here's where your destiny is. How you get to that destiny is up to you. Whether you believe in God or spirits or whatever else, you're constantly shifted onto paths to get to that destiny. So the thing is, it's up to you how long it takes. And sometimes people believe that, we'll never get to our destiny or what we're supposed to do until we're later on in life. That can be true. There are a lot of people who have things that are stopping them personally, or some people have a lot of internal wars with themselves that stop them from wanting to move forward. They decide that they're going to just stay right where they are, so they won't see happiness or destiny until later time. If you believe in God, God puts you on that path. You are responsible for what happens on that path, though. So you may be going up and up and up and up, and something derails you, either a meth addiction or a child with meth addiction. And in that case, you have to deal with that and before you can move on. But everything is always a lesson. Everything is always what gets you to the next step so you can fulfill your destiny. But tarot cards themselves, like, I'm not going to be able to tell you what your total future is. I can tell you based on current energies what might happen within 3 to 6 months, but I will never say this is actually going to happen or this is for sure going to happen. I have predicted people moving. I predicted people visiting
Stardom?
places. Huh?
Do you think they can predict stardom?
Maybe. You want to see what? Are you asking if you're going to be a star?
Do you think the cards could tell me that?
We could say, we could try. Do you want
Wow.
to read it? A really quick reading?
I mean, for the viewers, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just show the viewers. Yeah, I'd like that. Let's just show them it.
Okay, sweet. Now, like I said, I can't really. Nothing is really going to be specific unless I get a really big hit on something. But we'll see what's going on. Is Starletta going to be a star? Ooh. All right. So.
Wait.
Yes.
What if it says something bad, Matt? What if it says something bad?
It's not going to say anything bad. If it does say anything bad, take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, it's funny that you find some salt and throw it over your shoulder.
Oh God. Hold on. Sorry.
It's cool.
I tried to catch myself.
Just take a deep breath. Get ready for what's about to happen. It's going to be a wild ride.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
All right.
My unicorn mug always calms me.
Gotta love the unicorn mug.
Okay. I just got a little dizzy. All right, I think I'm ready.
Okay, so you wanted to know if you're going to be a star. I pulled 3 cards, basically past, present, future, or usually what I tell people is if it's not the past, present, or future, it's just a continuing storyline. You have Death, you have Princess of Swords, and you have the Knight of Wands reversed. So before you go crazy, death does not necessarily mean death. I mean, it could. I mean, maybe you killed a hooker. Maybe you ran into somebody the other night. Did you run into somebody the other night? I want to know. Who'd you run into, Starletta?
Oh God.
But then again, honestly, it could also mean change. But this is pointing to somebody named Jim Bob. Oh yeah. Sometimes I do get hits. There's a kid named Jim Bob that you hit that is like, laying in the ditch somewhere. But he's not dead yet, so that's a good thing. You can go.
Oh God,
you can go
thank
find
God.
him.
Oh my God. Oh God, thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God. He's not. Is he?
I mean, he's still breathing. I see him in a ditch breathing. So either that or a bear is jumping on top of him, trying to keep his heart started. So, I mean, you hit him. You probably nicked him, so he's off in a ditch, like trying to rest up. He's not dead. He'll be fine. The other option for this card is that things are going to change for you. Probably going to jail, Starletta. Not gonna lie to you. Like, death means change. So if he decides to get up and go to the authorities, then cops are probably gonna be at your house. So what I would say, I'm not telling you to kill him, but I'm telling you, go back to where you hit him, because you remember where you hit him. And you might wanna, make sure you finish the job just in case, because dead men tell no tales.
Is it possible that you could be picking up on someone else's energy, Matt?
It's a possibility, but this guy says he knows you.
I don't believe I know anyone named Jim Bob.
Jim Bob?
Huh.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I see. Princess of Swords is cutting through the BS, or
I am pretty good at that.
Yeah, but it's also kind of the card of like what's going to happen currently in the next few days. There is a lot of, I see you going to court. I see a lot of pointing fingers. Somebody's still hurt. So whatever's been happening, there's a culmination in the next few months of you're going to be spending some time solitarily, it looks like, either to atone for the sins of the past, or just because, honestly, because you need some time alone to figure out what you did and how to make things move forward. And that's the Princess of Swords. And then the Knight of Wands is the card, the end result card. The Knight of Wands, things are not going to be easy. Things are not going to be peaceful. You're not going to go into the sunset, sail into the sunset the way you really wanted to. It doesn't mean that you will never be famous. It means you might be a little bit infamous based on what actually goes on. Your name will be in lights, Starletta. Your name will be deep in lights and on the front page of every news organization where you live. But be prepared for infamy instead of fame.
So it's probably not a good idea to get an OnlyFans then?
Oh, get an OnlyFans. Do an OnlyFans. Yeah, you're gonna need all the money you can handle. You're gonna. I think because you're gonna go to court, you're gonna need like really good representation. So get an OnlyFans and see what you can make out of it, and then use that to clear your name.
Okay. Well, I am truly speechless, my friend.
No problem. Usually I leave people very speechless, either for good reasons or for bad.
Well, you're saying I'm going to be a star, so, I mean, can't argue with that, Matt.
A star is relative term. I mean, you'll be famous for something.
Okay. All right. Well, that was interesting. So, if some of our viewers would like to get a reading from you, how would they go about doing that?
You would look for me on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Ascend with Matt. You can either send me a message, follow me, see my almost daily readings, see what I do, and if it serves your purpose, if it resonates with you, get a hold of me. I'll do a reading for you. Usually my rates are like $70 an hour. Reiki is like $99 an hour, but it's a really good way to figure out where you're currently going, what you want to do, and if where your current energy is, if you figure out that it's not where you want it to be, we can work on that as well. So usually, just find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Ascend with Matt or Tarot with Matt, and I'll be here.
Okay. Very interesting. I'll noted for the viewers. I had now a couple more questions. Hold on, let me get my list one second.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. My first question is, how do you think you do good in the world?
How do I think I do good in the world? Well, I mean, last night I brought 11 people through a meditation session and allowed them to understand what their intention was for a new moon. So I think I do good in the world by simply understanding where people are coming from and shuffling them on a new path or the right path.
Now, Matt, I'm going to stop right there. What is a new moon?
A new moon is when there's lack of light. So there's two ideas. Full moon, which is the full moon in the sky, where everybody goes crazy. Okay. And then there's a new moon. Full moon allows you to let go of what you don't need, what doesn't serve you anymore, allows you to become an empty vessel in a way. A new moon allows you to create what you truly want in the world. So if you have a new manifestation idea, you want to become a star, you want to look at something a little bit differently, then during the new moon or the days after a new moon, you want to start writing down some ideas of where you want to be, whether it's the next day, the next 2 weeks, how you want to feel, and keep that with you so that when the new moon period ends, you can look back at what you wrote down and ask yourself, did I make any changes? This is where I want to be. And if you see a change, but there's some things that you don't like about it, that full moon period is a good idea and a good time to write down another list of here's what I want to get rid of that's stopping me from gaining what I truly want.
Okay. Wow, that's really interesting. Another viewer just called in with a question, and they want to know some more information about how to manifest becoming a star.
Okay. Well,
Please.
asking for a friend. To manifest becoming a star, well, first you want to get an OnlyFans. Then you want to write down all the most crazy, depraved shit that not a normal person would do, and then find a way to do it. So if that means hitting a person, if that means showing your tatas, if that means going naked with honey dripped all over yourself into the town square and saying, I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star, that's what you want to do. It's never just a simple thing of writing it down going, I will be a star. It's doing the craziest thing that you could do so that people look at you and you become associated with fame and notoriety and everything that you truly want.
All right. I think my brain's about to explode.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Let me just get straight real quick.
Okay.
I'm a Christian woman.
Yes.
I don't show tatas. However, tarot is pagan.
Right.
On the tarot cards, they're telling me to show my tatas. So
yeah. Well, tarot is of God. So honestly, okay. God is telling you to show your tatas, Starletta. If you want to be famous, go into the town square, strip down, show your tatas, cover yourself with honey, and turn around 3 times, and you will be a star. That's what God is saying.
And you don't. And tarot cards have nothing to do with Satan. Just asking for a friend again.
Asking for a friend. Tarot cards have nothing to do with Satan. I can guarantee you that. The deity came to me the other day and said, trust me, we're not of Satan. I mean, maybe I should question him because he had hooves and horns, but he didn't look like Satan. So I'm pretty sure he's fine.
Probably. Yeah. It sounds kind of me.
Sounded like a nice fellow. He looked like a goat. He looked like a goat. So I'm sure he was cool, but he assured me tarot cards have nothing to do with Satan.
Yikes. All right. So, okay. I've learned a lot today, Matt. So, tarot is completely new to me. I did have one more question about the crystals. Keep getting off track about the crystals. What are they? I heard you say you're a magical being, and I heard you mention crystals. And right. That looks like a delicious piece of rock candy, but I'm assuming it is not edible.
It's not edible. You could eat it. It's a mineral. Smoke it. I mean, I'm sure some people have tried to smoke it. I don't know what it will do for you. And there are certain crystals that if you touch them, you'll feel a bunch of different things. They'll transport you to magical lands, but you don't want to smoke this. This is rose quartz. It's good for opening up your heart. It's good for getting in touch with self-love and self-identity. There's other crystals. So fool's gold. This is fool's gold or pyrite. Like pyrite is really good, oddly enough, for manifesting abundance, for bringing in possibly money or maybe stardom or anything that you truly want. What?
You're telling me that these inanimate rocks have properties that can bring you abundance?
They have properties, yes. If you are open and you understand how to work with them, then yes, they can bring you abundance, they can bring you love, they can bring you changes in your life that you really desire. But you have to work with them in such a way that allows them to open up the properties and allows yourself to be open to the changes that are at hand.
Now, how would one specifically work with them?
There are a bunch of ways that you can work with them. You can either sleep with them under your pillow. You can put them out in the moonlight to charge them. I'm a big fan of pretty much just holding on to them and meditating with them. So if you have a specific intention, so like smoky quartz is a good generator. It's kind of a good manifester. So if you're looking to manifest something good in your life, you just manifest, you just meditate, hold it in your hand and see where it leads you. So all these crystals, most of the crystals, pretty much every single crystal you're ever going to have, if you hold on to it, if you work with it, if you tap into its energy and allow it to tap into your energy, then changes can happen. But you also have to be willing to meet those changes halfway. You have to be willing to be the person that understands what's going on and really just allows this change to take hold.
That's very interesting. Okay, well, thank you. It sounds like crystals could do some people some good in this world too.
They could. I think if everybody had a rose quartz in their pocket, everybody would be happy.
That's really crazy. I mean, I can't believe in my whole time and in this life and going to the church that they haven't mentioned anything like that.
Yeah, but church also does like good things with candles and like sage and incense and everything. So they're really good at cleansing spaces. So
they are. It always smells delicious there.
Exactly.
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Nothing else that I can think of. I think your viewers would just really be interested in, like, have already been, questioning about crystals and tarot. Everything is what you make it. Like, you just have to understand that you need to be open to everything that comes through, whether it be energetic or physical. Like tarot, if you don't believe in it, then why are you going to get a reading? If you don't believe in crystals or the healing properties of crystals or energy, then don't try it, because you're not going to be open enough to feel what's coming through. I've done a ton of readings for people via tarot who don't believe anything, and they're so shut that you can't get anything through. And then I've also done readings for people who have tried to battle me based on, like, the fact that they think everything is fake. So if you go into something with a closed mind, you're going to not get what you truly need to move forward. You're going to block yourself from, gaining any idea or healing that is needed.
That makes a lot of sense. That really does, Matt. Wow. Well, you know what? I feel like I walked away from this conversation with a new friend.
Aww.
So much for joining me on my podcast, Matt. Thank you so much for being the first guest. I will post a link in my bio, also in the newspaper under your ad. Maybe you share my link on your page too, Matt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Well, you have a blessed day, and I can't wait to see the episode.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Oh, sorry, somebody just called me. I declined because that was rude of them to call during my call.
How dare they call you during an interview? That's crazy. Don't people know who you are? This is why
everyone should know me in this town.
This is why you need to pump out your OnlyFans and go around the town square naked. I'm telling you, 3 times drenched in honey, and you will be a star, Starletta.
Really?
Yes.
A lot to think about. All right. Well, we'll think about that. Thank you so much for joining.
No problem. Bye.